Надо открыть мне чат сейчас. Сегодня слегка небольшая заминка получилась. Так. Угу. Все работает, все настроено. Несмотря на сложности. Так. Ну чё? Пошли тогда сразу на сюжет. Ой, сегодня поздний небольшой стрим получается. Не уверена, что будет много зрителей, что кто-то придет, поэтому просто спокойно меняю отряд. Так, кого взять? Хочу с землей побегать. Броня. Вельтхофу. Вот с такой командой я побегаю сегодня. Посмотрим, что за новый сюжет выкатили нам. С авантюрином, значит, идем разговаривать, и этому я всегда рада. Привет, привет. Ты здесь духовно? Я рада, что хотя бы твой дух сегодня со мной. Тихушный стрим сегодня получается. И, кстати, если сейчас автоматически не начнется диалог, то мы еще на лодж пороляем перед квестом. Так, да. Разговор автоматически не начался. Значит, мы сейчас попробуем мужчинку вытянуть. У меня гарант откручено где-то штук 12, напомню. Посмотрим. Первая десятка. Спасибо. Сейчас посмотрим. Я очень хочу Галахера. Рада, что он в этой половине. Окей. Мы же любим Пелу, правда? Но на самом деле у меня не такая проблема, как у некоторых. Так. Окей. Вторая десятка. выбор он дал. Что-то меня конусами заваливает, однако. Это третья десятка. Нет, Акерона я не буду ролять. Я хочу авантюрина в следующей половине. У меня, правда, на него уже... О, ну хорошо. План минимум выполнен. У меня на него валют, конечно, уже не останется. Меня продолжает забрасывать конусами. У меня еще и не было его. Четвертая, кажется, десятка. И это вроде оно или не оно? Я не поняла. Нет, еще. Лол. У меня коллекция даньхенчиков уже. И мне даже не хватает, что ли, еще на одну кротку. Вы угораете? Ладно. Так. Галахер. Блин. Ну, наконец-то они добавили взрослого мужика. Ну, классно же. Ну, здорово же. Так. Ага. Изобилие. Надо будет посмотреть, что ему там пихнуть можно. Я пятый эдалон. Ой, ща. Ну, собственно. Дадим ему свой конус. Звучит логично. Ладно. Почему-то что-то не прочитано. Мне новую информацию добавили. Акции. Термины. Окей. Ой, какая тут музыка клевая. Ага. Ну ладно, пойдемте. Да что ж я еще не прочитала-то. Вроде. Пропуск мир грез. Окей. Наклейк. Сюда. 30. Ну, наберем сегодня еще на 10 круток. Там чуть-чуть не хватает. Теперь можно и на квестик пойти. Ага. Давайте за Вельта побегаем. Здравствуй, мой сладкий.
Friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this.
Да, мы на хорошем моменте остановились в прошлый раз.
Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin.
Как это возможно? На самом деле очень интересно, как...
First of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me?
Какое реальное влияние оказывает вот подобная смерть на личность?
If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC. So they never lie.
Не в том месте. Это его суперскилл. Семья может за меня поручиться. Да и понятно.
This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC.
Чего? Технология с пассажа световых конусов — это вообще что такое? Ну, короче,
Did you really think the
чуваки,
Galaxy
связанные с
Rangers were
памятью.
outsiders this whole time?
Если бы я еще знала, типа, в чем прикол галактических рейнджеров. Авантюрин считает, что я что-то знаю. Хоть кто-то. Спасибо.
Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality. What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line.
Так.
Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission. Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter. An unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity.
You are impostor.
Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die?
Вообще странно и непонятно, по какому принципу жертвы в принципе выбираются. Такое, правда, трудно принять, лишь одна сторона медали. Никому нельзя доверять, получается.
It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time. And I'm willing to wait.
Он ждет меня из армии.
I just hope you realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows.
Ну, с этим сложно, конечно, не согласиться.
Who's to say there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
Окей.
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do, but you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express.
Окей.
I told you I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison. This has all become a bad
Они
debt
опять
thanks to the
хотят
cancer
это
of all worlds.
выкупать
The
площади для
IPC has tried
Крымом.
sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. You have no idea how
Одна и та же
difficult these people are to deal
технология
with.
шантажировать всех
it this way.
долгами.
They've hushed up the
Чтобы
existence of
выкупить
death
площадь.
before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death. It'll just quietly float off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever been the wiser. That's not fair, right? So then, friend, I need your help.
Friend. Обожаю эти нарезки. Нарезки друзей. Какая такая
I have
помощь?
but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of
Ладно,
means.
звучит весело, давай.
Now we have our chance.
Надо же как-то
So long as
подкопать
we can get to the truth behind her death, we can
Торнку.
have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions, and that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you, and the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice, and I get to put it toward completing my mission for the
Это звучит
IPC.
как
It's
сделка
what you
века.
call a
Ты, короче,
win-win
сделаешь всю
situation.
главную работу, и я получу то, что хочу. Орел, я победил, Решка, ты проиграла. Просто... Ну, безымянные вряд ли захотят, наверное, да?
Don't worry, just head back and talk things over with your companions. That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me.
Ура, мне дали номерочек.
Oh, and take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it. So long, friend. I really am looking forward to
Во второй
uncovering
раз
the
они не
truth about
дают
death
возможности
with
отказаться, да,
everyone.
от денег. Кек. Правда о смерти.
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
What now? What are your plans?
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
50 тысяч песов.
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be.
Очевидно.
He doesn't know about Miss Firefly yet. But, judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking. That's quick thinking and very sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers.
Да, это очевидно. Можно бросить кубик? Ору, блин. Можно
Leaving
бросить
it up
кубик?
to fate. It's just how that gambler thinks. Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail.
Я думаю, всего лишь как ролевик.
In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern. As for the other questions, I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
Вопрос не в том, типа, смерть это была или нет, очевидно, это была она, а в том, кто заказчик.
Sorry, I can't answer that question. That ranger
Потому
is
что кто
shrouded in
направляет эту
mystery.
сущность и
I'm
кто и
afraid
зачем
no
ее
one is
использует.
capable of providing an answer.
Слишком много вопросов, на которые нет ответа. Ой, тут мне тоже не могут ответить на вопрос.
But
Все
without a
слишком
doubt,
загадочно.
she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her.
Конечно же, мы не будем держать дистанцию. Замечала ли ты еще что-нибудь
Two
необычное?
victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span, in and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or if someone has chosen these victims deliberately, first a smuggler, then a family celebrity, then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly
Маньяк
chewing over.
предпочитает молодых, симпатичных девушек. У меня больше нет
It's
вопросов.
all happened so quickly, I can only make
Literally,
conjecture.
у меня очень много
After leaving
вопросов.
here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify the source of this confusion. Come, this way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost.
Мгм.
This way. This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare. Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened, and it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths, and ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Hold on just a sec.
Осторожно касается вашего уха, оставляющее непрохладно.
There you go.
Затем она
A small
протягивает
parting
карту.
gift. If one day you unfortunately fall
Дорожки
into
это
the
я
deep
люблю.
waters of the memory zone, and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf. I also pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you.
Спасибо.
Then, I've something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's
Понятно.
leave things there, shall we?
Окей, не буду тебе
What
мешать.
fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
Тебе и так будет сложно. Интересно, что за карта? Дадут нам на нее посмотреть? Так, ты еще в отеле Мира Грез. Мы разделились в зоне воспоминаний. Настало сейчас сохранительница памяти. Марк паникует. Вы где? Окей.
A family rep. Is Himiko okay?
Так. Я не могу понять, что там изображено. Так, вот ножки, да? А там голова. Мне все равно непонятно, что за карта. Наверняка ссылка на какую-то конкретную дорожку. А, достоинство 0. И чё я думаю? На карте изображено, как она бросает взгляд в туман судьбы. Если однажды тебе не повезет оказаться в пучине зоны воспоминаний без хранителя памяти, эта карта будет сопровождать тебя вместо меня. А на нуле у нас кто? Шут, по-моему. Нулевая карта, блин, не помню. Да, по-моему, дурак первая. Ну, нулевая, точнее, карта. Она типа последняя и первая одновременно. В колоде Таро. На-на-на. Лол. Лейер дроидов, он герой. Угар.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and
Постоим,
wait for everyone to
подумаем.
arrive.
Некоторое время назад в глубинах зоны воспоминаний. Так, мы поиграем за кого-то другого?
That blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
Несколько дней назад в вечно горящем особняке. О, вот это интересно.
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
We're still alive, as are you.
Ага.
You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
The Taurus Fire Demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that Eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon.
Мне нравится его твердая позиция. Его твердая позиция мне нравится.
Just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Все создается ради разрушения.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance? I plan to bring Purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Так.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have. Emanator.
Интересно.
You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain
Блин, а
here,
какой у него голос
bound to
классный, а?
fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this.
Прикольный перс.
Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen.
Блин, интересная мысль.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your
Тут где-то на фоне выпрыгивает Димка Билан с криками «Невозможно, я возможно, знаю точно». Это чисто мут герцога.
A bottomless stream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity.
С этими словами она аккуратно кладет руку на рукоять клинка.
I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow.
Дзынь.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world.
Короче, она их всех от снов отрезала.
I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
И поэтому герцог тоже жив.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but... why?
Ну, Сэм изначально обращался именно к ним, как будто бы меня там не было.
Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice.
Блин, это какой-то философский квест.
However, you appear to be ignorant
О
of
природе
this.
смерти.
So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
Блин, реально. Она пытается ответить туманно. Но Сэм говорит ей об этом прямо, блин.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters.
Короче,
That's
она
all.
как не хотела отвечать, так и не хочет отвечать на вопрос.
Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't
Интересно.
otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death,
Короче, все
they're
пытаются
burying the
тыкнуть
past
в
and the truth
Sunday.
about what happens inside the dreamscape.
Посмотрите, какой Сандей говнюк. Говорят все вокруг.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for her?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction.
Весь экипаж тем
Get
временем...
all of the Astral
Где
Express
Данихан
to
вообще?
track down the Grand Legacy.
Он же написал, что он пока не выходит. Ему сказали, сиди, у нас все на контроле.
I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way. But as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That said, before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your
Короче,
script
все
about me?
философские реплики, которыми она
I'd like to
кидается,
know what kind of footnote I
это,
get to leave in there.
короче, рандомно
future
всплывающие в
foreseen by
ее
destiny.
памяти фразы, которые ей когда-то кто-то сказал. Если в твоем сценарии еще что-нибудь обо мне, я хотела бы знать, какая участь ждет меня в том будущем, которое предначертано судьбой. Блин, короче, они так говорят про сценарий, что как будто бы имеются в виду эти все подчеркнутые реплики, да? Как будто бы подчеркнутые реплики это то, что как раз выбивается из сценария.
Unfortunately,
Ну вот,
not a thing
она
came up.
выбивается из сценария. Ее в нем
I
не
knew
было.
it.
Hang on. I don't.
What?
Don't what?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. And to burn. To keep
Снова философия разрушения.
burning. Until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Да, со мной были другие женщины, которые мне сказали, не волнуйся, все будет хорошо.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this, and we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
Уклончивые ответы — это мир, в котором мы живем, Химика.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony is going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Авантюрин советует остерегаться Хирон.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to
Логично.
gather intel first and
Но
then list all the
что-то
possible
делать всё равно
outcomes we
надо.
can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth.
Ура, умный мужик.
I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy
Да,
even
чисто
after everything that's
пси.
happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close.
Он
Teaming up with the
рассудил
IPC
по-мужски,
helps balance that
холодным
out.
разумом
If either
своим.
side makes a move, we have the option to
Без
pull
вот
out.
этих экивоков из серии какой-то он подозрительный, можем ли мы ему доверять или нет. Он просто все просчитал. Умный мужик на поезде, никогда не лишний. Ах.
So, you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here. And I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. She's been bullied a few times now,
Прикрылась
and I can't
издевательством.
stand it anymore.
Даже Март уже не может этого терпеть. Так. Обижайте меня, когда вздумается.
No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
Да, сейчас напишу. Что мы ему напишем? Стелла. Делаю прыжки за вас надежно. Надо было просто подождать его услуг, да? Ой, плачу. Это музыка, блин. Просто мы оказались в цирке. Денежный перевод. И это все? сука. Ой, блин. Comedy.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Это про часика. Улыбка часика излучает радость. Еще не ясно, удастся ли его взгляду проникнуть в каждый темный уголок царства снов. Окей.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance.
Да, эта цель выглядит нереализуемой, блин.
The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that
Не,
everyone will
ну
notice.
тут надо
But it
заставить
also can't
семью
be
рассказать
anything
о
too
смерти.
out in the open.
Или вообще подвергнуть ее смерти, да? Слабым звеном должно быть что-то достаточно важное, чтобы привлечь внимание всех.
An attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that. He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here. Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her, and can't rush to any conclusions. I was also considering this possibility, especially because he respects you so much and has sought you out before a few times. Perhaps he's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you.
За что он только меня уважает, непонятно.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Он покупает меня деньгами. Па-па-па-па.
Aventurine said something that concerns me.
Ну-ка.
He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Наверное, просто ему понравилось. Блефует.
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Dan Heng back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air.
О, у нас есть агент в интернетике.
You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
Блин, ну все сразу так-то. Типа она и загадочная, и сильная, она нас даже ножом проткнула, блин. И чуткая. Давайте... выберем, что она... чуткая. Опа! Неважно, что я выберу, я не могу вспомнить.
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T.
Под это описание? Описание я не могу вспомнить. Мы что-то сказали, но не ясно, что мы сказали.
They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
Чел, какое описание, о чем ты?
Whatever happens, please don't place all your trust in Aventurine. We cannot afford to be manipulated by him.
Окей. Наверное, химика что-то еще может сказать.
If Aventurine wants to bring down the family, he'll have to create a big enough chance. After everything he's done so far, what is his goal?
Сейчас пойдем послушаем жалобы Март.
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank. Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here? Whenever I
Это не
see the
просто
grand
сон, это
theater,
кошмар.
I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
Подозреваешь семью?
No. After all, they've brought everyone this sleepy dreamscape, which everyone loves. I just feel like I'm starting to understand them less and less. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Ну блин, газировку можно пить всегда, Март. О нет, это же классическая рубрика. Я теперь хочу газировку.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the two murders that she witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
worth focusing on. Oh. No problem.
Чё это
I'll
она
leave
там
it to
такое
you then.
поняла?
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
Ну, возьми меня с собой.
I will. Keep in touch.
А нет. Ладно, у нас девичник.
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
О, боже мой. А я думала, там будет это...
I'd be embarrassed too,
Клоунша.
being stared at like that.
Забыла, как ее зовут, блин, Ханаби.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Вот это он вежливо с ней говорит.
Welt.
Ага, близкая знакомая. Походу.
Is there something about my name?
Вообще-то да.
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
Угу.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Кто это, да?
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Ха. Это еще что за игра в
Keen
горячую
intuition.
картошку?
Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not
Блин,
a wise
раскрытие
move.
Вельта?
As a
Это
potential
раскрытие
threat,
Вельта?
your knowledge
Правда?
of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide.
Хм.
Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron. Those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't
Она
want to.
постоянно
That's just
уходит
that I
от
can't.
этого вопроса.
I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is she okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
She's fine. Let's just stick with the topic. Gaining my trust depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze.
Угу.
That's why I've come to ask
Поэтому
for your
нас
help.
и
I don't have
втянули
enough
в
proof
эту
yet,
заварушку.
but I'd like to
И вообще
speculate
пригласили сюда.
The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support
Ну,
this
мне
claim
кажется, это уже
together.
очевидным, что все в семье. Ссор не вынесли, блин, из семьи.
Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Вельт просто мастер-майнд. Он, короче, отправил нас быть вместе с авантюрином, так что наша компашка поймет, разберется в замыслах авантюрина, а он в это же время разберется с Хероной и ее замыслами. И мы этот комок, короче, паутину загадок раскроем с двух разных сторон, как паучки, подползая к центру. Точнее, неважно, короче, да, давайте оставим эту аналогию такой.
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
Forever. Да, из ее уст это звучит, конечно, обнадеживающе.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron.
Ну, я бы, если честно, не назвала бы этот дизайн минималистичным.
It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone.
Да-да,
They
Серебряный волк и
travel
сам
in other
тоже
people,
интересно, для чего
other
здесь.
things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With
Эта
some
тема
help,
пока
the
не
dead
раскрыта.
can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well,
Господи, она будет
let me
сейчас
reveal all.
Акама реально считывать воспоминания предмета или что?
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done. Do
there it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in a land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have thou, on the path of destruction, feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened?
Да, примерно так и я слышу иностранную речь на изучаемых мной языках.
The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... It's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you?
О, вот примерно так я слова выхватываю. Из потока иностранной речи, блин.
Who are you?
It's... No. Is this not a memory?
Мишаня, Мишаня, это ты.
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators?
А это еще кто?
My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet store, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it
Какая-то
to you.
безумная
And then
женщина
you
втесалась в
can enjoy
сюжет.
the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh,
Ничего не понятно, но очень интересно. А будет звонить, пока я не прожму дальше? Ужас какой.
a phone. Wanna listen in?
О, прикол. Ух ты, прикольно. Ха. Прикольно.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress.
Так, ладно, ща. Создание независимого государства Сигония 4. Законное место на Конгрессе Международного мира. Окей.
The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the
Сигония
Sigonia
— это
system.
откуда
This move puts
Авантюрин
an end to
родом?
the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Да, это откуда Авантюрин.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia.
Ух ты!
Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm.
Красота какая!
Spurned by all the gods.
Прелесть-то какая!
Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child.
Фэнге Биос. Триокая Гаятра. Что-то, о чем мы раньше вообще не слышали. Интересно, это божество какое-то?
When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream.
Блин, ну это сильно.
Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
И этот звук дождя. Дождь все-таки пришел.
Mommy, the rain. It's raining.
Raining? Raining.
It is raining.
sacred Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gayatra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy. May the goddess Gayatra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful. And your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
Это Галагер?
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon.
Блин, ну предыстория у него
Find anything?
классно очень сделана.
Just as
А,
you
это Рацио
guessed,
был, господи.
nobody
Не признала.
outside knows about Robin's
Не
death.
признала этот
There aren't even
ужасный
baseless
тон.
conspiracy theories. They are still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of
Дублёр,
course.
что интересное, конечно. у
Who
него.
could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Он проверял, блин, гений, черт подери. А если бы он умер?
Then you must have heard about the memory zone.
Подождите, я же его
When I
хорошо понимаю.
graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. Oh, she must have come across the other one.
Почему ты думаешь, что это именно я его нашла?
This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene.
Так, настоящий психопат. Да я говорю, он маньяк.
It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These two murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
На фоне птичка, которую я не собрала. Ужас какой. У тебя на глазах, понятно.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand.
И книжка, которую я не прочитала. Да, его всю жизнь унизительно
There
на
were
допрос
eyewitnesses
подвергают,
at the
господи.
scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
Давай, спасибо, что пришел. Спокойной ночи. Я еще немножко поиграю.
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming.
Вы crazy. Блин, это забавно.
But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
That man. Сандой, что ли?
Who?
Sunday.
Угу. Авантюрину, видимо, не очень хочет с ним снова встречаться.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
Правильные вопросы задают.
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Угу.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Крепость клана дубов.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Ну, Док не выглядит как человек, который бы играл с Сандем, если честно.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor.
Он
Hold your
ищет
tongue
только
and
истину.
let me deal with the members of the
Он сам по
family.
себе. Себе я беру на себя, чтобы это значило. По мере развития сюжета у вас будет возможность взглянуть на историю глазами других персонажей. Хорошо. Хорошо. В смысле сменить действующее лицо? Это как работает вообще? Ну, предположим.
The next destination? Up to you.
Ну то есть я как бы не могу проходить дальше квест, потому что сейчас надо быть на авантюрине. Но я так могу просто переключиться. Ага. Я, кстати, никакой там квестик не выполнила пока. Выполнила. Ну что ж, давайте корольнем. Опять филка. Да что ж такое? Что-то у меня последние все поздние какие-то роллы. Хотя ладно, там гепард был ранний. Проигрыш. Ну Галахер, это хорошо. Жесть. Ладно. Что сказать? Бомжуем. Так. Это все потому, что опять надо было быть на авантюрине, когда я роляю. Чтобы он делал прыжки за меня. Да блин, черт подери.
Careful. Don't get too lost in those sweet dreams.
Опять я поступила неразумно. Пляска смерти. Интересно. Прикольно.
Feeling lucky.
Прикольно. Здорово. Мне нравится. Без очков, значит. О, сундук.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
За него приятно бегать. Яндек. Мне надо поменять остальной отряд, явно. Так. Так, давайте возьмем Что я даже не знаю. Что-нибудь такое.
Hey, you two! That's a place of business. No entry.
Дай сопру твои очки.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name
Блин,
is
видите
Ratio.
интонации.
He should have mentioned it to you.
I bring the suspect. My name is Ratio.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of the Mobile Knights.
Кек.
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the Mobile Knights. Ugh, enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr. Sunday waiting.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
True.
Enough.
Хорошо. Какие птички здесь. Хоп. Люблю дистанционные атаки.
Dead end?
Нам не дали подойти к сундуку, ладно.
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
О нет, только не дверь. Этот легендарный противник.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these nightingale statues. The direction of the statues can be controlled. On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statues in the correct positions.
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
Блин, какие же они мемные, я не могу.
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Сейчас посмотрим, как там авантюрендерется у нас.
Stay put.
Tedious.
Spend freely.
Unworthy.
Hedge your bets.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
trouble.
Окей. На ульту надо будет еще посмотреть. Опа. Вот это интересно, конечно. Засада.
Stand down.
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I hit the mark. It's on me.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
I can do this!
Этот чел вроде ничего это не защищает. Он просто флексит над фортепиано.
Six nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
But are these nightingales?
Вправо к нам, к стене. Это с одной стороны. К стене влево, это с другой стороны.
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the five families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
Они такие, бро, я не могу. Ой, это что, я подглядывать могу, а я запоминала. Так. Вот эти правильно стоят. А вот этот к стене. Вот так.
Just as I thought. Here's the correct answer.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Почему бы и нет?
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on that already.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
Но он тоже был саркастик. Я даже не знаю, до скольки я пройду в итоге. Сегодня. Красивый вид.
So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony, Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
Yeah, you're right.
За
The only way to destroy the
макет
family is death.
лайк.
Sunday must have thought the same. Let's head down.
Блин, эти ребята везде просто флексят. Их даже трогать не хочется. Бабочки. О, боже мой. А, нет, все в порядке. Все нормально. Wait. Да. Люблю эту игру. Музычка приятная. Так. Я еще где-то там пазл видела. Но это на другой стороне, что ли? Не спрячешься.
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table.
Окей. Блин, макет класс. Давайте на ту сторону тоже бегаем. Птичка. Не бей меня. Ну да. Блин, пробежаться за авантюриной реально приятно. Я не знаю. А после этого особенно тоскливо ролять, блин, на лочу и тратить эти круточки. Ах, ладно. Будет и на моей улице праздник.
An unsurprising win. A reward with no risk.
Ха.
I'll take it.
У меня нет. Так, ладно. Я в любом случае хотела посмотреть, что там. Вот. Да. А я сюда могу пройти? О нет, мои навыки уклонения. О, посмотрим ульту.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Он типа после ульты делает бонус атаки. Умения. Так. Ничего не понимаю. Ладно, потом разберусь.
Hedge your bets.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Spend freely.
Send, really.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Blade of moonlight. In lunar flame.
Нахера я решила сюда пробежаться? Вот что мне это дало? Ну, посмотрела я, что тут есть еще одно помещение. Окей. Все, пошли к воскресенью. И так сегодня времени не так много.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong? Are we heading the wrong way?
No, but this door is locked.
Ну, конечно же. Это же дверь.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
У меня уже не в первый раз этот вопрос.
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him.
Это звучит как очень жидкий аргумент.
If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open the store in the hall, or this place will be our prison.
Классно.
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
Тамада хорошие, конкурсы интересные.
Get serious. I've
Блин,
no
я так
time for
чувствую
games.
авантюрина на всех уровнях,
head
я не
back.
могу.
The hint is probably in that prominent sandpit.
Ой, он мне нужен. Вверх идем.
That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model. I believe you're right.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
That man. Он так пренебрежительно его называет. Угар.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time. Right, Doctor?
Of course.
Как же я умираю с них.
Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
Окей, меня вернуло сюда. Ладно. Ожидаемо. Значит, все-таки зачищаем плюс одну локацию.
Found it. This is it.
Что это вообще? А, кусочек. Просто кусочек. О, сундук.
Feeling lucky.
Ха. Блин, это забавно. Этого броя не смею тревожить. Блин. Меня потревожат сейчас другие бро.
Feeling lucky.
Ой, я не то нажимаю еще. Так. Красиво. О, там птица, ее надо достать. Буль-буль. Да, согласна. Импозантная пташка. Так, вторая где? Окей, я просто пойду, куда мне указывают. Одной не хватало, ладно. Так, ну мне теперь надо наверх попасть. Нет, подождите. А как я вообще туда? Там есть с другой стороны. Окей, ща. Попробуем сюда. Ой, да. Ой, я не собрала сундук. Да блин, опять не туда нажимаю. Да, я вернулась обратно, я этого ожидала. Просто мне нужна другая... вон же. Тупишь, тупежа. Так. В этот раз они наслаждаются друг другом. Блин, здесь все настолько в созерцании, я не могу. Нет, я не хочу, я не люблю эту игру. С другой стороны, я, конечно, блин... Хрен, когда сюда вернусь, но я слишком не люблю эту игру, я долго буду этим заниматься. Окей, даже нормальный халат.
And the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny. You know, this reminds me of a tunnel I once saw that could shrink people who passed through it.
Ироничное название, да.
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to remain silent when you should.
Они не могли выбрать дуэта лучше, чем эти двое.
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. You know, with the blocks. I've never played with them before.
Lego.
I wonder if it's more interesting than stacking chips. Oh, look. The gap is closed. And it fits perfectly. So,
уменьшаемся в размере и заходим. Что? Почему один? Почему не два? Почему это так смешно? А. Ну это мем.
Oh, good heavens. Did I drink? Am I still in a dream?
Это лицо Рацио просто легендарно, иконично.
Indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. It's me! Down here! In the sand pit! Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that.
Блин, идеальный, гениальный план. Просто придуманный сходу. Этот чел настоящий... Блин, у него потенциал ролевика. Я просто играю
Oh,
дальше.
fine. I was just kidding.
Да в смысле шутка? Ни хера не шутка.
Let's find a way to open the door.
Там чувака застакало что-то слегка. Бро, you окей? Ладно. Ой, блин, это очень хорошо. Ладно. Привет, я промышленная гордость. Классно быть тобой. Блин, чел просто затролленный жизнью, я обожаю это. Челики в Т-позе, Т-позится. Чисто недоделанный этот... Блин, как же они рофлили здесь. Горячо, 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 горячо. Они собрали все баги, которые у них когда-либо были, походу, на этапе разработки. Привет, я промышленный отброс. Блин, я бы тоже пофлексила, создавая такую локацию. Это невероятно весело. А вот враги не багуют. Вот как это работает? У кого-то это щелкает, у кого-то это не щелкает. Так. Так, ладно, я побегала, повеселилась, пойдемте на задание. С Андреем точно надо переговорить сегодня. Угу. Ха! Отдай пазл.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service.
And tell me about the tour.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to be of service. Generating guide. Please wait patient.
Ты худший солдат в мире.
Found the nearest check-in spot. Please look behind me. A capsule machine model.
Вскрикнув, солдат упал в обморок. Вы даже не успели поставить ему 5 звезд.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness.
I saw nothing.
Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor, do me a favor.
Блин. Это прекрасно.
So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he can see it first thing in the morning. Insecure much? Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Не понимаю пока что, как работает этот доп. Атака.
Lunar flame.
Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough.
Блин, почему нельзя снова просто попросить рацию? Или он такую маленькую пазлинку не поймает? О, вот так надо. Мы солдаты.
Feeling lucky. Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base here. And it's empty too. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall. Like the arch. Wait here, and I'll be back in a minute.
Блин, как-то у них нормализуется это уровень голоса. Типа что тембра...
Finally, a moment of peace.
Темперацию не кажется маленькому авантюрину слишком уж громким. Ах вы думаете меня в засаду засадить? Ну это они хитрее начали делать. Врагов расставлять.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Answer me. I'm fine.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Lend me your strength.
Adjust. 0 points.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Answer me. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Adjust. 0 points. Got them. These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Answer me. 0 points.
О боже мой, это еще и не все.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Adjust. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Answer me.
Lend me your strength.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Thanks. Так, на-на-на.
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Oh, you're back. Just place it here. Thank you.
У меня аж комп не справляется с таким напором Гулливера.
Thanks, Doc.
Ой, а куда? А, вот.
Oh, Horatio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
Я просто плачу. У меня нет других комментариев.
All done. Piece of cake.
Так, подождите. Нет. Ладно. А, вот так. Во, я могу вернуться обратно.
And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
Привет, бро. Заждался?
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared to face me.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are
Блин,
only
он
two
точно
kinds of
этот
bargaining chips when
ролевик
dealing
в
with
душе. Я отвечаю.
benefit or fear.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear. And I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can. And that's benefit.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC?
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside the family.
Do you mean the Galaxy
Это
Ranger
Рейнджер же
whom
не
you
не
accused
синий.
previously?
Причем тут она?
That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman, and we need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our plans. Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky. She could be an important pawn. And it's good to have more helpful friends when dealing with this matter. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family. Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a private meeting with us? This isn't an interrogation, but a secret negotiation. We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death.
Это что-то уже пошли какие-то нездоровые амбиции. Создам величайшую смертей.
If the chance of winning is just
А
beyond
кого
this
убивать будем,
door,
тебя или
even if that
Сандра?
chance is close to zero, well,
Или
you can't
убьем
win if you
смерть,
don't play.
создав величайшую смертей?
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
Здравствуйте. Наконец-то мы вас встретили.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC Ambassador.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday.
Он так улыбается, покажите.
However, this is no way to greet a
Sunday.
guest.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character. I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help, yes?
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled his duties, hasn't he?
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person who can be trusted by the family. I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Aventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage. But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be, witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious?
Это что за разговоры?
If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation against the family.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around you. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Your sister's talent is unrivaled in the world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. What's more disheartening, she can't sing anymore.
Блин, хорошие разговорчики.
Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know you hold a different opinion. Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death. You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb. But don't worry, I'm on your side.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return, would you?
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the family's custody, the bag of gift money,
И пиноконию, да?
The box in which the cornerstone is stored.
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the Preservation Emanator, granting significant power. And every liquidation specialist holds one.
Ликвидации кого?
For an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms of recompense.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Aventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Так, это к чему сейчас?
But I
Ты хочешь
don't,
поправить
because
внешний
it's
вид
not
ему?
appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure everything is presentable and in order before leaving the house. I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but before that, I want you to tell me. The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for, what exactly is stored in it? Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate
Это
lies
еще
and
что
make
такое?
false vows.
Жесть. Чё ты его там заговариваешь?
What have you done?
Трехликий дух.
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf. Next,
Бррр.
You have 113
113
seconds to
секунд?
prove your innocence and gain my trust.
Почему 113?
And if I refuse to answer?
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you.
Ну это интересный тест, будем честны.
Question. Do you own a cornerstone?
Блин, печально, что... этому нормально. Он же за истину. Он только за то, чтобы послушать правду.
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty. Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered Penacony?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of
Блин,
tampering
какое же
or
это
deletion,
мучение для него,
encompassing
жесть.
but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Это все-таки допрос.
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Это что за вопрос?
Yes.
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre. Am I right?
No.
Ну закон же жив.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps.
Он не знает.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
Нет.
Of course.
Да.
Looks like we can get an answer.
Блин, ну у него были хорошие ответы, честно говоря.
Open it, Mr. Aventurine. It's your last chance to defend your honor.
Блин, он его как щенка просто размотал. Жесть.
Please. Are these what you're looking for?
Два? Почему их два? Блин, вопрос про целостность, конечно, был.
Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above all.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the
Да и в
sake
целом
of
компетентный
petty
ученый
pride.
не будет без веской на то причины вмешиваться в чужие дела и будет занимать позицию нейтралитета. Интересно, конечно, что ему позволили послушать все, что тут происходит.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
А вот это он им капец нужен, конечно.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Lol.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them than their very own lives.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink.
Блин.
Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But I happen to be among them.
Куда они Авантюрина запихнули в этот момент?
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess is correct.
Ну, тот факт, что камней 2, в принципе, странный.
The golden stone. Its color and glow are similar to that of Klepoth's body.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance. And this golden statue is also known as Topaz, not Adventurine, and it belongs to Topaz. So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, that cornerstone has been in your hands from the very beginning.
Это сумка этого...
I see.
Воскресенье?
Mixing a cornerstone, more precious than life itself, with a bunch of worthless jewels, disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated, is indeed in line with Mr. Aventurine's style.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with, betting on your single misstep, leading to a total loss.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a righteous person like you.
Я не совсем поняла вот этот замут с двумя камнями до сих пор, если честно. Зачем это было сделано? Зачем подпихивать в воскресенье камни? Оба камня, тем более.
As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation.
Что-то я не особо поняла на данный
It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Лол.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time, and savor the delectable aftertaste of defeat.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
На него хотят убийство повесить? И казнить или чего?
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial. I genuinely see no reason to absolve you from it.
Is this what the Harmony represents? But is it built upon constraint and coercion?
А он прям, интересно, считывал, когда Авантюрин лжет? Или это именно что всю правду или ложь видела богиня, и теперь что-то с ним произойдет по ее воле?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent. But I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new
еще раз
beginning.
ответить честно.
Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family.
Звучит как-то
If
не
you fail,
звучит, если честно.
you will suffer the wrath of the eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
А воссоединиться со своей семьей? Это с кем?
Sounds like
Вот
we ended up
именно.
the same either way.
Вот именно.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you mercy
Это
and honesty.
очень странная сделка.
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable without it.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at, isn't it? Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You are free.
Ну, конечно, задница, что пытался подпихнуть. Я не понимаю, зачем ему в принципе было, типа... Или они знали, что он один из этих 10 камней, поэтому, когда они изымали вещи, они рассчитывали, что заберут камень Авантюрина и смогут его шантажировать, а он подпихнул камень топаз в надежде забрать свои вещи, чтобы они не могли его шантажировать, так что ли? Почему, блин, а без камня он, наверное, ходить действительно не может. Наверное, как так? Блин. Тот факт, что он в принципе спер камень у топаз, это, конечно, отдельный угар.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. That's all. By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
А ты не задал уже достаточно личных вопросов?
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! Where did you go? Oh, are you injured? I got it back, sister. You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a necklace. It's neither food nor water. We can survive without it. But I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again.
Шкуродеры.
Okay?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played a game with them, and I won.
Won? What happened exactly? Tell me.
I made a bet with them. The 2 birds in the desert and me. Who will die first? I won. They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fair and square.
Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gaiathra Triclops must be watching over you.
But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Have you forgotten how Mom and Dad... Look, this is just a necklace. But Kakavasha, you are my only family.
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy. Because Mom left you this necklace.
Ну да.
There'll be no next time.
It is important, but not as important as you, my dearest brother. I don't blame you, but you must remember what Mom said. Pain and poverty are the trials of Gaiathra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Kakavasha.
Your good luck is the most precious wealth we all Avgin have. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops and can lead the clan to happiness. So always remember to protect yourself and never resent the pain and poverty you're going through, all right?
Ну, такое себе обещание, но ладно.
Listen to me and swear to Gaiathra Triclops.
Okay. I will swear to Gaiathra Triclops to protect this wealth. But sister, if Gaiathra Triclops was really watching over us, then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for Gaiathra Triclops' offerings. And where was Gaiathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness under her breath until the moment she closed her eyes.
Я не плачу.
Sister, everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. If every rainpour was Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness and grace, then how bad were our sins? So much so that we were born in this world of death?
Блин, каково такие вопросы от ребенка услышать? И нам не дали услышать его ответ. Это ужасно.
Excuse me. I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show any matches.
Just as I thought. I'd like to ask, what kind of traces do people leave when they enter a dream?
Are you referring to the records when you enter the dream pool? The equipment will monitor physiological indicators such as heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and body temperature in real time. This data will be included in statistics and handed over to the family for the screening of any data anomalies. Immediate action will be taken once any illegal behavior is detected. I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access if there's a problem.
Looks like nothing can be found here.
At least we know who to look for next. We can ask the Bloodhound family for information. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing fine? We are looking forward to her performance.
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin? The preparations for the Charmony Festival have been proceeding smoothly, so I guess things are pretty good. I believe she will be able to put on a spectacular show for all of you.
Очень жирно намекнули отелю.
I'm sure. Sure enough, no one knows about Miss Robin. I'm not surprised. But that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system. Even if she's a stowaway, she should have a disguised identity after entering the planet. She's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreamscape unnoticed?
Is there any other way to enter a dream? Besides the hotel room's dream pool?
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people to comprehend. In the memory zone of Penacony, they thrive effortlessly, a fact proven to us by Black Swan. The hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by her, it is likely that they are behind Miss Firefly's case.
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron Hunters. Both are possible, but what about the IPC? Since they want Penacony all for themselves, they're bound to have a plan.
Who are you guys?
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated position, ready to execute armed
Так,
evacuation
здесь
operation.
начинается какой-то цирк.
Get
Окей.
moving!
Armed evacuation? Boss, are you drunk?
What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Just don't let the director find out. Act first, report later. Understood?
Help! Help me! I spent all my year-end bonus on the snowball! I don't want my name on the department's major disciplinary notice!
Что это за снежок? Так, и чё? А, я не туда нажала.
Hey, check it out! That voice. Could it be the IPC workers from Belobog?
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations within the hotel. Please follow the staff in charge of evacuation to the designated safe zones, or compulsory measures will be enforced.
What the fuck? Топаз! Ну вообще логично, ей за камнем надо. И нам же говорили, что она туда тоже вроде должна поехать или что. По крайней мере, она знает, где авантюрин.
Take him back to the hotel room.
Да.
I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident report should be written.
Miss Topaz? I never thought I'd run into you on Penacony.
Oh, long time no see, Astral Express crew. Aventurine has told me a lot about your happenings. Hmm?
Она пытается скрыть свое настроение.
It's fine. Do as I ask and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action. Yes, all right. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere facade. The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now. Only Aventurine, the hotel, unauthorized to even enter dreams.
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC can't back him up in the dreamscape.
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear.
А может быть,
You're all
она и
helping
сама
to
ему отдала
investigate
камень.
some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need anything outside the dreamscape. The IPC always treats its partners well.
Хотя, блин. Сомнительно, вообще-то. Я думаю, она бы не отдала свой камень.
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel. Perhaps you've had dealings with them?
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? It'll take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really uncomfortable.
Да я уже заметила, что сменено действующее лицо.
How does it feel to be in business with Aventurine? I bet you're not used to it. That's just his style. All or nothing is his mantra. He's always cozying up to his clients while egging them on to undertake some dangerous assignment with him. But everyone has their merits, so I won't comment further. But Aventurine's luck has always been good. He's always closed all his cases without a hitch and basically never lost a gamble. Which is why, on the issue of retaking Penacony, I'm watching with
Да,
keen
тем временем
interest.
он в заднице в полной. Ну, а что с ним интересно, пока совпадает?
Of course. It's business after all. What's important is where you're seated at the table. As for the two cases, apologies, but I don't have much info on them either. All I can do is ask you to keep digging for more details. Please, continue to investigate the case. All I can...
Не, ну дальше я, наверное, уже позже пойду. Тут уже другая сюжетка пошла. Я даже не знаю, что сказать, блин. Я думаю, что те вопросы Санды, которые касались лично Авантюрина, мне кажется, он отвечал на них честно. Хотя не факт, блин, тут не угадаешь, какую тактику он избрал. Он солгал обо всем вообще, что говорил. Все его реплики надо там переворачивать. Мне кажется, не все. Мне кажется, он сказал правду в паре мест. Где бы встать туда, блин? Сундуки зато собираю. Что-то нет хорошего места. Пойдемте с Топас рядом встанем тогда. Да. Да. Ну, мне очень понравилась эта часть квестов. Прям интересно. Элли, тебе-то чё теперь? Ладно. Ну и пошла отсюда, правильно. Так, о, нормально встал. 400. Ладно, до, возможно, воскресенья. Возможно, до среды. Хотелось бы до воскресенья. Всем спасибо за просмотр. И пока.